Today we're making a sizzling beef and broccoli stir fry. It comes together in about 25 minutes. It's got fantastic macros, it's high in protein, and it's perfect for storing and reheating. This right here is everything we're going to need for today's recipe, plus the additions of rice, water, oil, salt, and pepper. So we'll start off with 900 grams or 2 pounds of any lean steak of your choice. What we're going to do is slice this into thin strips across the grain. It's just going to break up the muscle fibers and allow our steak to get nice and lean. A little tip, you can place this in the freezer for about 30 minutes prior to slicing it. It's going to firm up a little bit and just make it a little bit more accurate when it comes to slicing. Once you have it sliced, get the steak into a large mixing bowl. Add in 20 milliliters of soy sauce, half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and 1.5 tablespoons of corn flour or cornstarch. You can also add a touch of ground white pepper here as well. Use clean hands and just give this a nice mix. Make sure everything's evenly broken up, everything's coated in all of that corn flour. That bicarbonate of soda as well is going to help velvet the beef and just make it incredibly tender. Once you have this mixed, just let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that bicarb soda is going to react and make this incredibly tender. For the rest of the ingredients, we're going to need 6 cloves of garlic. These can be ran along a microplane to create a paste. And we're also going to do the same with 40 grams or 1.4 ounces of peeled ginger. And both of these can get mixed together as they're going into the recipe at the same time. Separate the roots and stems from 6 spring onions or scallions. With the root end, we can just roughly chop these. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just want those as small little slices, like so. Then with the stem, what we're going to do is stack these together and just do a rolling chop, slicing these into thin rounds. You can do it on an angle as well for a little bit more presentation if you prefer. And if you want to, you can place these into ice cold water. It just helps crisp them up a little bit and keeps them fresher for longer. But we're going to use this for a garnish. And you can also add a touch more of these into the stir fry as well, because there will be quite a few. Last but not least for the knife prep is 300 grams or 12 ounces of tender stem broccoli, also known as broccolini. This is going to be cooked incredibly quickly, so the bigger we cut it, the longer it's going to take to cook, so we do need to cut it quite small. What I'm going to do is just start from those stems, just go through, cut these into those nice small pieces. When you get to the florets, you can just do the same thing as well. What you're looking for is something that looks like this. Now the sauce is nice and simple. We're going to need 4 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Get this straight into a mixing bowl. Add in 3 tablespoons of Shaoxing wine, 1.5 teaspoons of dark soy sauce, 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, and chili flakes are optional. I'm just using about half a teaspoon. Add in the garlic and ginger paste. You can fry this off first, but I'm going to add it into the sauce to make it a little bit easier. Add in a touch of ground white pepper. And then just whisk to combine. Make sure everything is evenly incorporated. Once it's whisked, just put it aside until we're ready to cook the sauce. If you're using this recipe for meal prep, I do recommend using rice, but you can also use noodles as well. It is absolutely delicious both ways. For this, I'm using 300 grams or 10.5 ounces of washed jasmine rice. Just get that into a saucepan. Add in 550 milliliters of cold water. I like to season my rice, so I'm just adding in a pinch of salt, and then we can place this over a high heat. Bring this up to a boil. Once it's boiling, place on a lid, reduce the heat to low. We're going to cook this for about 12 minutes with the lid on. After the 12 minutes, just turn it off the heat and leave the lid on for a final 5 minutes. Now get a wok lightly smoking, add in about 1 tablespoon of peanut oil. Keep this over a high heat, and we're going to add in half of our beef at a time. We want to do this in batches to avoid overcrowding so we can get that nice sear. So we'll go ahead and just add in half of that beef. Spread it out just so it's not all stuck together. Let this cook for about a minute without touching it. It's going to build up that really nice crust. After that, we can then start mixing this around. Just get that even color all over. We're going to cook this for about 2 minutes in total. We don't want to cook it all the way through here. We're just going to get a really nice color on that beef. After about 2 minutes, what we're going to do, just mix this around one more time. You're going to get a really nice sear on that beef. Looks incredibly juicy and is a little bit pink still. It's exactly how I want it. We're just going to remove this and place it into a bowl. Get that wok back over a high heat. Get it lightly smoking again. We can also add in about 2 teaspoons of peanut oil this time. Add in the remaining beef. Just cook exactly the same way. So once both batches are done, what we're going to do is add in all of our broccolini or tender stem broccoli. Add in roughly 2 tablespoons of cold water and just toss this around. Let that water rip up some of that flavor that the beef left behind. We're going to stir fry this for about 2 minutes just to soften up that broccolini a little bit. We want this to be nice and al dente. So after a couple of minutes, you got a nice color forming on that broccolini. It smells that nice little char flavor going on as well. We're going to add in all of our steak and any resting juices that may have come in there. Give your sauce a bit of a whisk and we can add all of that in. Toss this all together for about a minute. Just get everything nicely coated. We want to get those aromatics from the garlic and ginger coated over everything. Add in the spring onion stems of scallion. And we're also going to add in another 1/3 of a cup of Shaoxing wine. It's going to rip everything off the bottom of the pan and get this nice and saucy. All we need to do is mix everything together. Like I said, just use that Chelsea wine to rip everything off the bottom of the wok. We're going to cook this for about 1 minute now. Just let everything get glazed in all of that delicious sauce. So after about a minute, we can turn this off the heat. What you have is a beautiful sizzling steak stir fry. It smells and looks incredible. Just take this off the heat. Now before we serve up, just make sure you fluff your rice up with a fork or a spatula. It should be perfectly cooked with those timings. For this, I'm going to place the rice off to one side of my container, and the container size that I'm using for this is 750 milliliters. I have a link for these in the description. Then with our beef stir fry, we can place this off to the opposite side, and just make sure you bring along some of that sauce that may be sitting at the bottom of the wok. Then with our spring onions or scallions that we used for garnish, we can place them over the top. You can add sesame seeds to this as well if you prefer, but I'm just going to keep it nice and simple with the spring onions. Do this 5 times over. You've got 5 servings served in 750 milliliter containers. It's going to be that delicious sizzling beef, the soft fluffy jasmine rice, and it's absolutely perfect for meal prep. For storing and reheating, let them cool down for about 15 to 20 minutes. We can place on the lids. These are going to last 4 days in the fridge and 3 months in the freezer, just to let them to thaw overnight in the fridge. And for reheating, your best bet's going to be a microwave, and you can add a splash of water or stock to rehydrate. Leave a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. There is only one thing left to do, and that is, of course, we can then dig in. The steak's delicious, the sauce is fantastic. There's a little bit of sauce pooling up at the bottom, exactly what you want. You don't want it to be too dry, because when you mix it through the rice, it just brings it all together. The steak is incredibly tender as well, absolutely delicious.